The new S-Class, the new luxury, brought to you by Mercedes-Benz.
The Ministry of Finance has confirmed that the stamp duty cap for the trading of shares will be reinstated at 1,000 ringgit with a rate of 0.15%, confirming a theedgemarkets.com report. In a statement, the MOF said that the decision was arrived after taking into consideration the views of various parties, including those in the stockbroking industry, to ensure the local stock market remains vibrant. It said stamp duty amounts exceeding 1,000 will be remitted and that this remittance will apply to all contract notes from January 1st, 2022 until December 31st, 2026 for transactions of stocks listed on Bursa Malaysia. The ministry says the government will always ensure that the tax treatment of taxpayers is based on fair and equitable principles and remains committed to complying with international best practices. Many quarters, however, have expressed concerns over the plan to remove the cap, as this would result in exorbitant fees being paid when transactions are made, which may have a dampening effect on the bourse. Bursa Malaysia previously said that an estimated 10% of the trade value on the bourse may be affected by the increase. In November, the bourse said the higher trading costs would make it more difficult for intraday traders to implement their strategies, adding that these traders account for 10% of the traded value on the bourse. Others have also said that the move would deter high-volume traders and speculators, and that while it would help to increase government revenue, the 0.05 percentage point hike is deemed too drastic. The Ministry of Energy and Natural Resources is set to implement the Malaysia Renewable Energy Roadmap to achieve the national aspiration of 31% renewable energy capacity by 2025. By 2035, the government is aiming to get it up to 40%. At the MyRER launch today, Energy and Natural Resources Minister Datuk Sri Taqiyuddin Hassan says MyRER will be implemented from 2022 to 2035. MyRER is prepared by the Sustainable Energy Development Authority Malaysia. The minister says MyRER details Malaysia's RE plan and highlights the prime route for the transition to a low-carbon energy system in a short time frame. He says this will be done through the implementation of 4 technology-based pillars, namely solar, bioenergy, hydro and new sources. Taqiyuddin says these 4 pillars will be enabled through 4 catalyst initiatives, namely leveraging electricity market reform for RE opportunities, improving access to financing, shaping human capital and infrastructure, and increasing system flexibility. Through MyRER, he says the planned increase in RE capacity will reduce the intensity of carbon emissions in the electrical supply sector by 45% by 2030 and 60% by 2035. He adds that this is the ministry's commitment to supporting the nation's aspiration to achieve net zero greenhouse emissions by as early as 2050, as well as contributing to the nation's climate change commitment under the Paris Agreement. Outgoing Axiata Digital Services CEO Muhammad Khairil Abdullah has been appointed as the new CEO of Amsterdam-based Vionventures. The company is part of connectivity and internet services provider Vion Group. In a statement on Vion's website on December 29th, it says the appointment is effective from March 1st, 2022. Vion chairman Janadi Ghazin says that the group is pleased to welcome Khairil and that he brings with him world-class experience and expertise to a key area. Ghazin says that with Khairil at the helm, Vionventures will accelerate its focus on digital ventures, pushing Jazz Cash, Toffee and ShopUp to the next level, as well as other initiatives in Ukraine, Kazakhstan and across Vion's footprint. Vion CEO Khan Terzailu says Vionventures is one of the group's 3 main vectors of growth and value generation. Vion touts itself as a digital operator that provides mobile connectivity and services to 217 million customers spanning across 9 countries. Previously, on December 22nd, The Edge reported that Khairil had resigned from Axiata Digital after a 9-year stint. Axiata said that as the CEO of Axiata Digital, he drove the growth of the group's digital businesses as he led investments and operations, overseeing multiple portfolios. The Indonesian government has filed a 293.7 million ringgit lawsuit against TDM's oil palm unit PT Rafi Kamajaya Abadi for allegedly acting illegally in relation to a fire incident on its land in West Kalimantan province in 2019. The Republic's Ministry of Environment and Forestry is claiming damages for the loss of ecology, loss of economy and compensation costs for the environment impact verification, TDM says in a filing with Bursa Malaysia. The claim also includes a compensation of 214.3 million to make good an area of 2,560 hectares affected by the fire. TDM is 59.7% owned by the Terengganu state government. TDM says that at the moment there is no material impact on the operation of RKA or the company's financial year, but it is consulting with its auditor on any potential impairment to be made. It adds that based on legal advice, the company is confident that there are grounds for defending and dismissing the claims. The first hearing has been fixed for January 10th. It should be noted that this is not the first time that Indonesian authorities have taken legal action against palm oil companies for allegedly causing environmental damage. In August 2014, the Indonesian Supreme Court ruled that IOI Corp's part-owned Bumi Tama Agri had acted illegally in clearing land in Kalimantan. Shares in IHH Healthcare hit an all-time high of 6 ringgit 95 on the penultimate trading day of 2021. The stock opened 5 cents higher to 6 ringgit 80 and rallied to reach the all-time high before pairing gains at noon. The counter then closed 3 cents or 0.44% higher at 6 ringgit 78 with 7.8 million shares changing hands. Since the beginning of 2021, the stock has jumped by 23% from 5 ringgit 52 in early January. However, it is unclear as at this time as to what may be driving the counter's momentum. In terms of the news, the latest was on December 14th when the group announced that it had completed the divestment of Continental Hospitals as part of its portfolio strategy review.
This program was brought to you by Mercedes-Benz.